Please don't skip this video. I'm asking you kindly, stay with me for the next few minutes because what I'm about to share isn't by chance. You were searching for something, even if you couldn't quite put your finger on it, and no algorithm brought you here. I brought you here. I'm Michael, and tonight I've been sent to protect you. Right now, as you hear these words, I stand by your side with my sword drawn, watching over what your eyes cannot see. Don't close this. Don't look away. The enemy has been fighting for days to keep you from this very moment, and if he pulls you away now, he will delay a deliverance already written in heaven for your life. Breathe. Lean back. Let my voice, the voice of the Father who sent me, reach deep into your heart, into that sacred place no human has ever been allowed to touch. I have seen you. I have seen the tears you cried into your pillow when the whole house was asleep, and you whispered to the ceiling that you couldn't bear it any longer. I have seen you smile before others while your soul bled quietly inside. I have seen those moments when you sat in silence after a long day, unable to find the strength to carry on. I have seen the prayers you stopped praying because you thought no one was listening. But I was listening. The Father was listening. Every silent tear, every swallowed scream, every unnoticed sigh, they were gathered in heaven like precious oil. Nothing you suffered was wasted. Nothing escaped notice. The very pain that made you feel invisible is the pain that marked you as visible before the throne. You were never alone in that room. You were never alone on that long drive home. You were never alone when the world turned its back on you. I was there, sword in hand, weeping with you, and waiting for the appointed hour to speak. Hear me clearly now. Your name was spoken in the courts of heaven. Long before you entered this world, before your parents even met, before the foundations of the earth were laid, the Father spoke your name and smiled. You are no accident. You are not left over, nor a mistake life had to tolerate. You were chosen. The Father looked across all eternity and selected you for this generation, for this very moment, for a purpose no one else can fulfill. There are people who will only encounter the Father's love because they encounter you first. There are wounds that will only heal because your hands pass over them. There are doors that will only open because your voice speaks the right word at the right time. You are not ordinary. You never were. The reason you always felt different is because heaven marked you to be different. The reason you never quite fit in is because you were not made to fit in. You were made to stand out, a light in a place long forgotten what light looks like. And this is exactly why the battle around you has been so fierce. Listen carefully, because I want you to understand something that will change how you see your entire existence. The reason the enemy attacks you with such cruelty is not because you are weak. It is because you carry something powerful. You carry a calling that, when fully awakened, will tear down strongholds that have stood in your bloodline for generations. The enemy is not afraid of who you are right now. He is afraid of who you will become the moment you wake up to the truth. That's why he tried to break you as a child. That's why he sent betrayal through people you trusted with all your heart. That's why he placed walls before you, sickness in your body, confusion in your mind, and loneliness in your nights. He wanted to crush the seed before it could blossom into the tree that will shelter many. I need to pause here, because the Father has impressed something on me I cannot keep silent. There is a reason you were drawn to me tonight, and there is a reason you carry my name in your spirit. The truth is, what is happening to you is not random suffering. It is war. And there are rules to this war that almost no one teaches you. Pinned at the very top of the comments, the first one fixed there, is a guide the Father allowed to come into the world for souls just like yours. It's called The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, the sacred guide to break curses, seal blessings, and activate the calling of the chosen ones. This book reveals the 7 specific swords I carry, and how each one is meant to be activated against a different kind of attack. The spiritual inheritance you did not choose, the silent curses spoken over your name, the doors of agreement the enemy used to enter your story. They tried to silence this message because it returns to the chosen what was always meant to be theirs. Tap that link now, download the guide, and write in the comments, "I am chosen," and I will download the digital book. The moment you make that act of faith, something shifts in the heavens above your home, and I can step forward with greater authority on your behalf. Now keep listening, because what I'm about to reveal is the fuel that makes that book a weapon in your hands. The Father wants you to understand that everything the enemy meant for your destruction is being turned into the very ground on which your future is built. That delay you cried over was not abandonment, it was preparation. If that door had opened when you wanted, you would have walked into a place not yet ready to receive the version of you the Father is forming. If that relationship had stayed, you would never have known the depth of love now being prepared to find you. If that job had been yours, you would have settled for crumbs when the Father had a banquet table set for you. Every closed door, every silence, every unanswered prayer was a hand of protection, not a sign of rejection. Heaven was holding back the lesser so you could be available for the greater. Look back now with new eyes. The losses were filters. The disappointments were detours around traps the enemy set for you on the wider road. And I want to speak to you now about what's coming, because the season of preparation is ending, and the season of release is beginning. I see what the Father has stored up for you, and it is heavier than anything your hands have ever held. Provision is coming to your house in ways that will surprise even those who said you would never make it. Doors are about to open that you never knocked on, because the Father himself is knocking on them for you. Names you don't know are speaking your name in rooms you've never entered. A phone call is coming that will change the direction of your week. An unexpected favor will land in your lap, and you will cry because you will know it wasn't luck. You will feel a peace in your chest you haven't felt in years, a peace that doesn't depend on the news, on the bank, or on the people around you. You will sleep at night and wake up rested. You will eat your meals without that knot in your stomach. You will laugh again, a real laugh, the kind that comes from deep down and surprises even you. Healing is coming to your body in places where the doctors only had hard words. Restoration is coming to your family in places where you had already given up. A new beginning is coming to your love story, whether that means healing what already exists or the arrival of someone the Father has been preparing in secret to walk beside you in covenant. I want you to feel this deep in your bones. The Father is not preparing you for a small life. He is preparing you for a life that will testify to His glory. The waiting was long because the assignment is great. Don't measure your future by the size of your past wounds. Measure it by the size of the one who is speaking to you right now. There's something inside you that even you haven't seen yet, and it's about to come alive. I need to pause for a moment, because I feel the resistance pressing against you even as you hear this. The enemy despises that you're receiving this revelation, and he'll try to make you forget every word the moment this video ends. That's why the Father, in His mercy, has prepared a way for you to keep that fire burning long after this moment passes. The 7 swords of St. Michael the Archangel, the sacred guide to break curses, seal blessings, and activate the calling of the chosen ones, is pinned right at the top of the comments, the very first one fixed there. Inside, you'll learn how to wield each of these 7 swords against the very battles you face. The sword of severance, to cut the invisible cord still holding you to people and places that drained your life. The sword of revelation, to bring to light what was hidden in darkness over your destiny. The sword of authority, to silence voices that have no right to speak over you. And 4 more, each one a key that's been kept from the chosen far too long. They tried to silence this teaching because it returns the weapons to those who were meant to carry them. Tap that first comment, download the guide now, and write below, "I am chosen and I will download the digital book." Your declaration is a covenant, and heaven responds to covenants. Now with that covenant made, let me lead you into a place of rest, because the battle you've been fighting was never meant to be won by your strength alone. The Father is calling you to a sacred surrender. Open your hands. Stop trying to control what isn't yours to control. Stop carrying tomorrow on shoulders built only for today. The Father isn't asking you to figure everything out. He's asking you to trust. Trust is the language of the chosen. When you trust, you give heaven permission to move on your behalf. When you try to force it, you push away the very hand reaching out to lift you. Tonight, lay it down. Lay down the fear that wakes you at dawn. Lay down the worry about that person who isn't saved yet, that bill not paid, that diagnosis still unknown, that child not home. Lay it at the Father's feet and rest. The same God who fed the birds today knows the address of your need. He has not forgotten. He never forgets His own. I want you to hear who you truly are. You are not what they said about you. You are not the label your family placed on you as a child. You are not the failure your last mistake tried to write across your forehead. You are a child of the Most High. You are an heir to promises that cannot be cancelled. You are a temple, not a ruin. You are a warrior, not a victim. You are loved with a love that doesn't abandon when you fall and doesn't retreat when you doubt. You are the apple of the Father's eye. He sings over you in the night. He thinks of you more times in a single moment than all the people who ever loved you have thought of you in your entire life combined. You are not too old, too broken, too late, or too small. The Father doesn't look at your resume, he looks at your heart. And in your heart, he has planted a seed no storm could kill, because he himself planted it. Close your eyes just for a moment and see with me. See yourself in the season that's coming. See your kitchen. And the table is no longer a place of worry, but a place of laughter, because there is enough and there is peace. See your phone, and the messages coming now are good news, open doors. People seeking you out for the wisdom grown in you through suffering. See your reflection in the mirror, and your eyes are bright again, because the heaviness that sat on your chest for so long has finally lifted, and you recognize yourself once more. See your loved ones around you, the ones who walked away returning with humbler hearts, the ones who stayed being blessed because they stood by you in your hidden season. See the place where you worship